We are cooking with gasoline today on a busy, busy day, and I'm really excited that the school choice evangelist, a guy who fights like no one else on this issue, Corey DeAngelis, calling in all the way from Australia as he joins us now live on Talk Radio 1210 WPHT. Corey, thanks so much for joining me. I really appreciate your time. You're over there for CPAC, huh?
That's right. I'm in Sydney right now, but going to Brisbane tomorrow for CPAC Australia. I'll be speaking about education freedom and a lot of the craziness from the teachers coming out lately. They're getting fired in large numbers from celebrating the assassination of Charlie Kirk.
Yeah, well, you know what? A week ago, you and I, it was when it happened, and today is well, I mean, we're still dealing with it, obviously, and it's amazing that Randi Weingarten is going forward with her book in the wake of all this. They're doubling down, and I just tweeted this picture out, and I'm really excited to get your take on this because Hillary Clinton holding up a picture of Randi Weingarten's new book, which is all about fascists and why fascists hate the education system. They never learn.
They can't read the room. And Randi Weingarten's moving full speed ahead because she wants to sell more copies of her book. She makes over $500,000 a year. She cares about herself. She doesn't care about bringing the temperature down. And so she moves forward with this book that on the very cover, in the title, she calls her political opponents fascists. This is the very rhetoric that led to the attempted assassination on Trump's life. And we see a lot of evidence from this case that, the bullets having the "Hey fascist" on engraved on the bullets from Charlie Kirk's assassination, the text messages with the roommate, the lover, and the suspect. It's just a lot of evidence suggesting this is a yes, exactly. And so you have Randi Weingarten moving full speed ahead. After just a couple days ago, she deleted a post where she was pushing the false flag conspiracy theory that this was a right-winger that assassinated Charlie Kirk. I mean, she shared a post that said something along the lines of, the leftists went and did what we do. We went and had a healthy debate and tried to line up and have a discussion with Charlie. The one right-winger who disagreed with them went and shot him. And Randi Weingarten shared that outright lie conspiracy theory to try to push this narrative that it was actually a Republican who killed another Republican. I mean, it didn't make any sense at the time. She deleted it by saying, "Oh, some people on the right thought that this was a false flag," and that's the very definition of what it was. And now you have her doing her book launch just yesterday on "quote unquote" why fascists fear teachers. And she put out this article in the Rolling Stone yesterday as well, basically calling her political opponents fascist. I mean, they won't learn, Rich. They won't back off. And this is, if there's any clear advertising for homeschooling or school choice, this is it. I mean, this is in the wake of a tragedy, someone getting assassinated, and you have the head of the teachers union, the person that's supposed to be in charge of educating millions of kids and guiding that system in the right direction. You have them and a lot of their employees. I mean, in large numbers, a lot of these teachers that we've seen getting fired have been because they've been celebrating the death of Charlie Kirk. There was one at UCLA, actually, that I called out a couple days ago. He's saying that he got put on leave because of "quote unquote" Project 2025 and fascism. That's why he's being held accountable. But he had like at least 10 different posts just celebrating on Blue Sky Charlie Kirk's assassination. It's just disgusting people in the school system at the K through 12 level and the higher education level. And we shouldn't have to fund them with our tax dollars anymore. And parents, how can Republicans continue to send their kids to these schools when they're staffed by people who openly hate them and wish for their kind to die just because of their words? When Charlie Kirk didn't have any evil words. He was the epitome of arguing based on common sense, logic, showing love for thy neighbor, a strong Christian man who they're just making stuff up about him. I mean, it's just insanity at this point, Rich, and it's because they disagree with him politically. And the left has for too long equated words with violence. And this is kind of what you get as a result, right? When people think that Trump is literally Hitler, they believe it's, okay to shoot a bullet in his way. And here you have the president of the teachers union continuing that divisive rhetoric, and Hillary Clinton propping her up as well. Randi Weingarten needs to resign in disgrace. If there were ever a moment for her to do so, she needs to have some shame, resign, go home, and leave our kids alone.
And Corey DeAngelis, just so everyone knows, so Hillary Clinton tweets out, "Congratulations to my friend Randi Weingarten on why fascists fear teachers. From banning books to controlling curriculum, authoritarians go after public education because it's a cornerstone of democracy. Randi's new book is a critical read for the moment." And there's Randi holding up her book, Why Fascists, and the word fascist, and interestingly enough, is in red. The other, the rest of the font is in blue. That's no surprise there, of course. Why Fascists Fear Teachers, Public Education, and the Future of Democracy, Randi Weingarten. Yeah, you said it all. I don't have to repeat what
it's
you
crazy.
said.
I mean, well, the NEA, which is the partner national union to Randi's, led by Becky Pringle, who you're in Pennsylvania. They have the Pennsylvania State Education Association, is an affiliate of the NEA. And the NEA, just at their annual convention this past year, passed a resolution to label Trump as a fascist. They ended up misspelling the word fascism in their own resolution, so that was kind of beyond parody. But it just goes to show you that even after the attempted assassination on Trump, they go into their annual convention in Portland, Oregon, pass this resolution to dedicate thousands of dollars to make it their official policy to label Trump and what he does as fascism and him as a fascist. And then you have this assassination of Charlie Kirk, one of Trump's right-hand men. And the NEA, this isn't just like this rhetoric that they spew on social media. This is in their official policy that they passed at their conference. So these are some sick Marxists that we have running the schools, and kids shouldn't be trapped in those institutions anymore. I mean, some people on the left who are celebrating his death may like those schools, but you know what? There's a lot of people, even Democrats, who say this is too far. It's the vast majority of people, I would say this is enough is enough. We need to tone it down. And we should be able to homeschool our kids and have the money to do so, or we should be able to send our kids to a school that doesn't celebrate the death of their political opponents. We should have the money following the child. And
and if you want to send your kids to public
free
school,
advertising right now.
If you want to send your kids to public school, send your kids to public school. What's fascist is not giving people a choice. I mean, I don't want to be like them and use the word fascist, but I mean that literally under the political definition, it's centralized government, and there is no other choice. It's all centralized, so you don't have choice.
Well, Rich, yeah, when you look at Randi Weingarten's book, there's a preview of her first page. I didn't buy it, so
no, thank you.
Don't blame me if she has any book sales. But on Amazon, you can see the first page. And the introduction on the fourth word, Rich, the fourth word is Adolf Hitler.
Oh, my God.
Fourth and fifth word. And so it's not even just the first page or the first line. It's one of the first words of the book. She's already invoking Hitler. I mean, it's just insane. You got the titles, Why Fascists Fear Teachers. She tries to backpedal and do this Mott and Bailey thing where she's like, I don't actually call anybody a fascist in the book. I just, put two and two together. I mean, she's implying that her political opponents are fascist. Yeah, you don't say Donald Trump is a fascist, but you say Donald Trump is doing these things in America right now. Oh, and Hitler did these things. It's obvious what she's doing in the book. And it's just sick. And, she must be in a rock and a hard place right now because, you get these book deals, you sign these contracts, you have a release date, and, it just so happens that her release date is right after this tragedy. She could have made the decision, though, to say, let's pump the brakes. Let's postpone maybe she made that case to her publisher. I don't know if they allowed it or not, but she She hasn't said anything publicly about that, and I doubt it. And you can tell she's still doing the book event. She's still doing tons of interviews. There was another one the other day where she was crying about me for 2 minutes straight.
I think we have some audio of that actually.
This was very recent actually.
Yeah. So Corey DeAngelis is with us from Australia. It's always great to have Corey on, one of my absolute favorite guests, and the school evangelist for school choice. Excuse me. It's been a long week.
It rhymes with my last name.
What's that?
It rhymes with my last name.
Yes, it does.
The Evangelist.
That's right. DeAngelis the Evangelist. So here's 2 minutes of Randi Weingarten ranting about Corey DeAngelis during a podcast interview. This is clip 1.
He is so weird.
He's a weird guy.
Corey, he's so weird. He stalks me. So there was 4,000. There was 1 year, I think, he tweeted at me 4,000 times.
That's obsessive.
And when my book was announced, so look at this title, look at the pagination. So the book is announced, and I put it on my Facebook page. The book's announced a couple of months ago. He does a comment in my Facebook page because he has a book that also has, it's not so unusual to have blue writing and red writing,
right,
on a white base cover on a book. So he says, see, she copied me.
He accused you of plagiarism.
She copied me.
Oh my gosh.
He sends me a copy of his book. He puts in his forward that he has to thank, or his acknowledgments, he has to thank Randi Weingarten because I am singly helping him destroy public education, or words to that effect. So when I saw that from the White House from this guy, I'm like, why is he stalking me? Like, why doesn't he have better things to do? Why is he so obsessed? And that's really,
he doesn't have your swag. That's why. You got to tell him, look, I'm a lesbian. I'm in a committed relationship. Right, I cannot be doing this with you, fella. Stop calling me.
Exactly. A lesbian, committed relationship, married to a rabbi. It's like, please, give me a break. Not you.
Leave me alone.
Leave me alone. Exactly.
So okay, two thoughts. Number one, you notice how the left always has to make it sexual? Like they always have to go there.
She thinks I want to date her? Are you serious? Have you seen my wife? No, Randi Weingarten, I don't want to date you. I mean, yeah, she's trying to pull an AOC here. Oh, he just wants to date me. Oh, he tweeted at me 4,000 times. First of all, who did you hire to count how many times I replied to your post? 4,000? I thought I had to correct you 5,000 times. Maybe she got the math wrong, but for her to point out 4,000 times is because I'm correcting her lies so many times. Right. But she also, she started out by trying this he's weird thing. I mean, that didn't work with J.D. Vance. So you're the one that's weird for trying to make it seem like I want to date you because I'm correcting you and I challenge things that you say on social media. But I wish I had a copy of my book, Rich. I'm in Australia, obviously, and don't have a copy on me, but hers looks exactly like mine, and she's doubling down, trying to say she didn't copy it. I guess she can't admit that because she doesn't want to get sued. I wouldn't sue her over this. I think it's kind of funny that she copied my book, but she doesn't want to admit it. The background's the exact same. The font's the same. The colors are the same. My word in red is parents. Hers is in red is fascist. I think she's trying to call parents fascist, but I mean, yeah, it's funny. They started bringing this up because I had posted a picture on X saying that I'm assembling a team to dismantle the teachers unions. Are you in? And they were freaking out about that. That's why they kind of got into this conversation on their podcast.
Well, there's more. Randi says that you want to end teachers unions, which is true. You do. We all do, because they're a monopoly and they're a cartel and they are they're a money laundering scam. This is clip 2.
And there is a fella in the White House taking pictures just the other day who said, we're putting together a task force to disband the teacher unions. Who wants to join?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
As if the teachers' jobs wasn't hard enough.
Hey, Corey, we have both book covers. We're putting them up in our YouTube chat right now for everybody to see how Randi Weingarten literally ripped. Well done, Justin. I literally ripped you off there, and
Yeah.
you know,
I'll let you decide. You be the judge. Did she
Yeah.
copy me or not? I think she copied me. I mean, she tried to play it as, oh, this is a very common, color scheme and font. And I don't think so. Most books don't have this exact color scheme and font. And for it, she knew. She said she received a copy of my book. She had a copy of her book at
Right.
home before she released this one. She can make the argument that her publisher, chose it, and then all of a sudden it just happened to be the same. But she signs off on those things. She's the author of the book. So, I mean, I think it's funny. I think imitation is the sincerest form of flattery. So thank you, Randi Weingarten. And yeah, the last thing she said in there was I dedicated it to her, and I did, for inadvertently doing more to advance school choice and homeschooling than anyone could have ever imagined. And to this day, those words ring true with the rhetoric that she's engaging in, with the book she put out. Yeah, it's horrible timing on her part, but regardless of what's happening in the news right now, whether she released it now or in a year from now or 3 weeks ago or 4 weeks ago, it's the same kind of divisive rhetoric trying to rip our country apart. And, it's ironic, Rich, because the whole purpose of the public education system, at least in theory, that these leftists try to push forward, is they say that we need public schools so that we can have a stable, functioning democracy, and so that people can get along. The unions are pushing the opposite into the classroom. They're pushing Marxist concepts of critical race theory, divisive concepts, pitting people against each other based on immutable characteristics like the color of their skin. Martin Luther King Jr. is probably rolling in his grave when he sees the crap that's injected in the form of politics into the classroom today. And the unions keep tripling down on this anti-parent rhetoric. They're doubling down on trying to dumb down the American population, trying to trap kids in those failure factories. And you know what? The more that they do that, the more that it'll fuel the movement for education freedom. And parents, look, this is eternal vigilance is the price of liberty, and we got to keep our foot on the gas peacefully to fight for the right to educate our children as we see fit.
Well said, my friend. Have a safe trip home. Keep up the excellent work, as always, Corey DeAngelis, and thank you for joining us all the way from Australia. We appreciate it, brother. Thank you.
Thanks, Rich.